The United States has grown into what we know today, from claiming independence from Britain to creating reservations for indigenous communities in order to preserve our way of living. Sometimes it works out for those like Nixon, who was elected after many trials of being a loser. But other losers are bound to appear, like Henry Clay. Imagine going for election 3 times and then losing all 3 times. It's embarrassing. But in the 1920s, things were as prosperous as we know today, because there was consumption and mass consumerism of both parties, tickets, and yellow cards. But all of it takes a horrendous turn for the worst. The Great Depression. Poverty, shanty towns, and the Dust Bowl destroy all faith in Herbert Hoover, whoever that is. But a new president and a new system comes along to revive the US economy. My name is Kiki Wonderful, and this is a story of the Great Depression and the efforts made to combat it. There's absolutely nothing stopping the new age of industry from growing. I mean, we can literally just sit back and watch the arrow grow on the graph. Nothing can stop.
The stock market just crashed. Yeah.
If we had a budget larger than $2, then we would be in Wall Street, New York, where the most catastrophic decline in the economy happened in 1929, known as Black Thursday. Wall Street was considered the epicenter of all investments and obnoxious businessmen, like Leonardo DiCaprio. Black Thursday marked the start of the Great Depression and panic amongst the US and impacted other countries negatively. Inflation skyrocketed, turning what Wall Street called a bull market into a bear market. Hoovervilles, known as shanty towns, run rampant as President Herbert Hoover was essentially used to the whole thing. Not even a writer cared enough to put some fun facts on this thing. How was I supposed to react to the economy suddenly declining? I did the best I could with what I had.
The best you could do was scapegoat Mexican Americans?
Who did that? Moving off of that quite quickly, a new president was elected to help combat the ever so strong tide of the Great Depression over the United States. The man, the myth, the legend himself, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He had created a new system to help the aid against the Great Depression, the New Deal. The New Deal is, well, a plan, a nationwide plan, to try and solve this crisis. After what happened with industry in 1929, we can't afford to be lenient on it again.
And what of the second New Deal?
It should help, but if it doesn't, uh-oh. The New Deal will create new governmental programs, such as the APUSH, otherwise known as the Agricultural Adjustment Act, which aided farmers in the spiraling economy. The Glass-Steagall Act and the Social Security Act were focused on the banking and financial aspect of the economic depression, which was more of the second New Deal, but it was still very important. However, the New Deal did not solve the problem of the Dust Bowl. Mass amounts of dirt during the time in which mass consumerism had been popular had now caused an uprising in dust in the air, creating a catastrophic dust bowl that impacted millions of Americans in the Midwest, causing mass migration to other regions of America. Everything's just dusty. Dust on my bed, dust on my wife, dust on my kids.
How is that impacting your farming, sir?
Dust on my crops. Dust on my dead crops. Dust on my kids.
Where are your wife and kids?
Oh, they did.
Oh.
Choked on dust and buried in dust.
Oh.
Despite it all, the New Deal had proven to create new programs that improved the economy of the United States through planting trees or spreading the wonderful invention that is electricity, the TVA.
The other one.
As amazing as the New Deal was, that was not the only contributing force to rebuilding the US economy. It was quite literally a force that rebuilt the US economy. World War II. President FDR had been president by now for 2 terms and kept strong to the isolationist policy, even through the first few years of World War II. The war happening in Europe is not of any American concern. We will provide aid to Britain, but overall we are strict in our...
Japan just bombed Pearl Harbor and Germany called war on us.
Japan just bombed Pearl Harbor and Germany declared war on us. Start mobilizing. Factories that previously manufactured bullcrap like green lights now became a way to make army goods manufactured by women that successfully started an industry once more. Rationing even became a way to stabilize consumption of goods, such as sugar. Personally, I think I'd still be a little miserable, but at least it's good to know that I wouldn't be the Dust Bowl farmer miserable. Dust on my mammy, dust on my pappy, dust on my Fortunately, tragedy struck. President FDR passed away due to stress from the war.
This good.
Because of his handling of the war and the Great Depression, this brought back economic prosperity and the normalization of consumer goods back in the 50s, bringing people out of extreme poverty. Kind of. This only really applied to white people, but I'm not supposed to talk about that. Seems like you'll just have to catch me in another poorly made documentary. I'm Kiki Wonderful, and this was The Great Depression in a low budget nutshell.